Welcome to the Positive Side Podcast. This is your host coming live from the international world headquarters here in beautiful Asheville, North Carolina. Thank you for tuning in. The Positive Side about health, business, family, motivation, just getting it going, not feeling sorry for yourself, creating massive action, as my boy Grant Cardone would say, but just getting things handled. That's what we do here at the podcast. We want to get things handled, get things moving, and get unstuck in the life that we are stuck in, and get the life that we know, our family knows, friends know that we deserve, but we got to take action, right? I talked about in the last few days about getting something going, taking the little steps, getting moving. I've got the podcast, new intro music I've been talking about for, it's months. But haven't done anything. Sent some emails out on Fiverr.com. Check that website out. It's kind of cool. I got some emails out there. I'm working on trying to find the right one, but I'll have something done by today. But I've taken the steps. I mean, the ball's rolling. Hopefully I'll have something committed today. They say it takes 3-4 days. You can get it the next day, but I'm not in no hurry to get it. So we're going to get that rolling out probably next week. So I'm excited about that. But I wanted to talk about today. Woke up feeling like $1 million. Go to the gym like I usually do, at least 5 times a week, getting going, taking frustration out. I love going to the gym. I sit down at the gym, and I don't power fly through gym. Unless I take an actual CrossFit class, I'll do that. But I just like to go to the gym and just sit there and think, look around, check out other people, what they're doing, listen to my different podcasts, listen to a great Tony Robbins one today about the guys that came up with Airbnb. Awesome story. If you get a chance to listen to it, subscribe to Tony Robbins' podcast on there. It was awesome. But as I'm looking around at the gym, and this is one of the reasons I like the gym that I go to now, it's CrossFit Asheville, that there's all types of different age groups and people working on their strengths and their weaknesses. So that made me start thinking about what are my weaknesses and how do I work on my weaknesses. So a couple different things. And this is kind of where I'm going with today's episode, is to accept your faults, accept your bad habits, your bad qualities, accept those, and let's try and either use them for our advantage or work on them and make them better. So I start thinking about myself. One of the things that I love about myself is I'm not the tallest guy in the world. I'm 5'2", pushing it, which, again, one of the things that I love about that is people just don't forget me, and I could pull the other card out and look at the negative side of it. Man, I just not as tall as these people are. Well, I can't reach this or whatever the case. It doesn't matter. None of that affects me at all. It doesn't faze me at all. But what's really interesting, what's really unique, is people remember me for what I look like, for my height. And so they hardly ever forget me. I make an impression on somebody. So then I start thinking about, what impression do you leave on other people? What is the one characteristic of your body that you're like, man, people look at me like this way. I want to be like this person. When you do that subconsciously, when you say, I want to be like this person, you take the credit from yourself and you give it to somebody else. What I want you to do is take that credit that you're trying to pass on and embrace that. Sort of like I'm doing with my height. When I walk into a room, people don't forget. They notice me right away. And, it's kind of silly, but like little kids with me, you're short. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't realize that when I woke up this morning. Man, boy, glad I can continue my day. But, that's just part of it. I could look at it and say, well, that just stinks. I can't believe that little kid made fun of me, or that guy's making fun of me. Who cares? Who cares what all these people think? What do these people say? Because what I know is that I look at the positive side of that. The positive side of me being short is people don't forget me. People always remember when they see me, it's kind of like a double-edged sword sometimes, because I don't remember. I'm not the best with names. But people always remember, they'll associate me, they recognize me, because again, I'm kind of a firecracker, I'm pumped up. Some people, I have this certain energy when I walk into a room, so I'm not only am I energetic, but I'm not the tallest guy, so people remember me a lot more than I remember, especially my name. I can't remember anyone else's name to save my life. So if I meet you coming up here, like at this at the Sam Crowley meeting next week or next month, I'm excited for that. If I meet you, forget your name, don't hold it against me. That's one of my weaknesses for sure. But back to the part about not being tall, people remember me. So I want you to think about one of the things, your characteristics, your physical characteristics. What is it about you that makes you unique, and embrace that uniqueness about yourself? Don't try and pass that uniqueness off to someone else and say, I want to be like this person because. Let's not do that. let's embrace who we are and figure out what makes us unique, and then work on that to get that out there. So, you can joke around with yourself. There's no easier way to break ice is when, some people say something funny about themselves. I'll say that all the time because it doesn't faze me. What I know is I'm positive, I'm energetic, and I love meeting new people, and I want to help people get to the next level in their life. So when they see me, they're like, man, how does this guy? Because that's another thing. People think that when you're shorter, they always look at this like prototypical male, whatever, 6 foot, 185, perfect, good looking, and that's the person that succeeds. That's the person that's going to be the best. Years ago, I saw something that was I don't know, it was like a video or article that talked about when people initially look at someone and judge them just strictly by looks, height-wise, the taller person, I think it was on that show called Brain Games, and it's on Discovery or History or something like that, but they just initially picked the person that was taller would be more successful in business. And again, that stuff like that just cracks me up because all that is just straight looks. But when you meet me, what I use my height for a strength because people don't forget me. So I come out there with a ball of fire. I'm energetic, and I use my quote unquote weakness as a strength. So pick out whatever you have, whatever your quote unquote weakness is, or what makes you unique, and let's work on using that as an opportunity for people to remember you by, or as a strength. That's what we have to get to today's podcast. And you know what? Like I said, while I was sitting there at the gym and I'm watching people that, that they can't lift that much, or that are working on whatever. I mean, you name it, the bench press or the like a squat or whatever the case is. A lot of times people work on the stuff that they're not the best at. And that's, Joe Rogan said the other day, when you work on something that you're not very good at, you see the fastest gains in that. So if you're a beast and you work benching and you can bench press the world, you're not going to see huge gains working on something that you're already strong at. You see bigger gains when you work on something that your weakness is at. So if you're not very good at squatting or curls or running, whatever the case is, if you work on those, you see faster gains and bigger results. It's similar to what I'm talking about today, is with, instead of focusing on what we're really, really strong at, sometimes it's a great opportunity to back up, think about our weaknesses, and work on our weaknesses to see us bigger gains and go further, go faster. So that's today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Think about the weakness. Send me your weakness. Email it to me at jeremytodd.com, or jeremy@jeremytodd.com is my email. Or check out the website, jeremytodd.com. Get on that mailing list. I'm telling you, get on that mailing list. It's important. You're going to get that Monday motivation video. It's only going to get better. Believe that. It will only get better. We're going to continue to work on that. I got the new intro and outro music coming next week. I appreciate you going on this journey with me. Got a ton of momentum. Oh, man, I forgot that one thing I wanted to do today was read my man. I got another 5-star review on iTunes, which is fantastic, from my man, Chris Hildreth. Chris, hopefully I didn't butcher your last name. I'm pretty sure I got it right. Chris Hildreth, great motivational and positive thinking podcast. Nice to see all the negative media these days. Nice to see with all the negative media these days. Great content. Keep it up, Chris. I appreciate it more than you know. Thanks for shooting me that 5-star review. Shoot a 5-star review on me. Either on the Facebook page. Make sure you like that page. I put all kinds of videos on that constantly. I'm constantly updating that with 2, 3, 4 videos a day. Just motivational videos. I put a great one today with Lou Holtz, as well as the coach, the coach for UCLA, John Wooden. Awesome videos. Check those out. Give it a 5-star review. Let me know what you're thinking. I appreciate you tuning in. Live from the World Headquarters. This is The Positive Side.